Conservatives used to say facts don't care about your feelings, but the truth is, feelings don't care about your facts. And one thing that nationalists and fascists love to do is create their own facts, um, particularly about homelands and what people belong in what places. Because I usually try not to, I was going to say I like to stay out of Afrikaner business, but that's a lie. That's a that's a damn lie. Um, but this person said with the Greek statue, so you already know what time they're on. How long before the Dutch arrived did the Bantu migrate? It's a lot closer than you'd think. The Bantu genocided the bush people, but that's not the lens you want to look through. It's always division. One side is always right and did nothing wrong. Not only creating their own facts, but darvoing, because like that's usually what uh uh Europeans tend to do when they contact new peoples is deplete their population. So because that's how they get down, they assume that's what everybody else does. I'm not gonna lie and say I did research on what happened to the indigenous population of southern Africa before the Bantu, like when they came into contact with the Bantus. Though I do think Bantu people of Bantu descent can claim indigeneity personally because of my beliefs on what indigeneity actually means. Um, but you know, I did try to look up some stuff about the Bantu migration because, like I said, this is settler revisionist history. I may not have all the facts, but I know this. I know this ain't one of them. All right, so I got the Wikipedia page up, and before you judge me about using Wikipedia and it's not the best, and it's not like a perfect source, people are uh, asking Grok in GPT or GPT, whatever. At least this has like actual sources. But like the first migration out of what is modern day Cameroon started like 4,000 years ago to 2,000 years ago. A lot more further in the past than the 1600s of the Dutch. I'm going to read the Wikipedia article. The expansion is believed to have taken place in at least two waves. 4 to 2,000 years ago, linguistic analysis suggests that the expansion proceeded in two directions. The first went across or along the northern border of the Congo Forest region towards East Africa, and the second, and probably others, went south along Africa's Atlantic coast to what is now the Republic of the Congo. The expansion reached South Africa probably as early as 300 CE. And here are all the sources. This is the Wikipedia page. You can check the sources yourself. Now, I know in geological time, that's like the blink of an eye. But would you say that 300 CE is a long time before 1600 CE, or a short time before 1600 CE? Because a lot of Afrikaners and their sympathizers like to say that the Bantu expansion happened and reached South Africa not too long before European explorers did. And that's just never sounded right to me. Okay, I'm stitching myself because I just wanted to bring more context to this, because certain people like to suggest that the first contact between Bantu people and the hunter-gatherers was similar to first contact between Europeans and first peoples in the Americas and Australia. Right? Throughout the expansion, Bantu speakers interacted with various pygmy groups and Khoisan speakers in Nilo-Saharan, Afro-Asiatic, and other Congo speakers. Models in the 20th century assumed initial relations between Bantu-speaking groups and hunter-gatherers were characterized by violence and hostility. However, this is no longer accepted. Research indicates there was copious cultural and physical contact between Bantu speakers and hunter-gatherers, with intermarriages common.